Hello and welcome to the CWT Business Audio Show. So this one's actually being filmed as well. Going to go on the YouTube channel, which I'm excited about. And I'm actually really interested in today's topic because it's one that I've been spending a lot of time on lately, like trying to figure out. So I have a blog that I've been trying to grow, financebycwt.com. And that's really been my main focus for the entire year last year and remains my entire focus this year. I want to grow the blog. And there's been a few different ways that I've been doing that. Like paid ads, for instance, I've been trying a lot. That's really what I spent a lot of my time on last year was Facebook ads. And while they did work, like people did come onto the blog, subscribe to the blog, they became readers of the blog. The biggest problem with that is that one, it obviously costs money, but also, it's a lot of money per reader. And the thing is like, obviously if they subscribe to the blog, then it's worth it because you're able to, keep getting them to read it, keep getting them to see ads, like keep making money, and it's profitable. And if they don't, it's not. So, with that, while I do think that's a good way to do it, I've also been trying to go to other ways. And what I noticed is, if I post something on TikTok, if I post something on Reels, if I post something on Shorts, that thing can do really well. And because of that, that's been a way that I've been trying to market the blog too. Because if I can reach thousands of people without having to pay a dime and get, a good conversion over to the blog as well, well, then it just makes sense. Like, that makes sense to do. So I want to look at TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, and I want to give my strategy on all of them, like what I've been doing to grow the blog with each platform. And the first one I want to look at is TikTok. So with TikTok, I've tried a few different things. One of them has been sharing the blog posts themselves. I do this on YouTube as well, but like I'll take the blog, I'll read the blog, put like a little like image on it that I can make a video, and I'd post that on TikTok, and that would do really well, which is kind of surprising because it's a long form of video, and I was really worried how that would do on TikTok, but it does do well. People, like a lot of people do see the post, a lot of them do become followers. That's probably been what I've posted that has led to the most people actually following the TikTok account. But the thing is, there's a very big problem with that. It's like how many of them are actually going to become readers? How many of them are actually going to subscribe to the podcast, or not to the podcast, to the, newsletter, to the email list, to the blog? Like, is it actually going to matter? Because them just seeing the actual post itself, doesn't really do me. You actually post, the actual blog post, like what reason is there to actually go to the blog to begin with? And even though it does give followers that, you can market to later to actually get to the blog, at that moment, it doesn't really help you. It doesn't do you any good. So that's been something that I've had to look at. And I don't really know what to do with that because, obviously I do want to do that because it leads to followers and that leads to growth. But I also don't want them to be able to get the blog from just there. I'd like them to have to go to the blog itself. But yes, that's been one thing that I've been doing. I also have like the blog link in the TikTok bio. So a lot of times like I'll make other clips that have nothing to do with an actual blog post themselves, but has something to do with the topic. It's an investment blog. So I'll post different short form videos on investing. And at the end of it, I'm always like, check out the actual blog, link in bio. And that's been good because it's been like people who like the video, might want to check out the blog. So they'll actually click on the blog post and they'll go to the blog. And that's really good, that the fact that they actually are willing to click on it there. And then I get them on the blog, and then hopefully I can get them to actually subscribe to it to begin with. So TikTok has been good for that reason. I've been sharing a lot of clips on there, which, is in a way good, also a way bad, because that's time that I could be working on blog posts instead of having to work on like short form videos. But it's doing a lot of marketing, it's building audience there that hopefully I can get them to transition to the blog even more. So I'll share the TikToks, have a call to action at the end. I guess them click the link in my bio. And, I can see how many people are doing it from there. And that's actually been working really well. A lot of people from TikTok do go over to the blog, which in a way is kind of surprising because it's a different kind of audience. But I've been very happy with that. Reels is something else that I've been using. And That I wouldn't really say is as successful. Like some of the reels that I post, get a lot of views, and then some of them get none. Where with TikTok, it's like all of them get views, but they all do pretty well. Like there's not really any that don't. Where with reels, they either do super well or not well at all. I don't know what the reason is for that, but that's how reels has kind of been for me. Where a lot of them, I can't get any views. Where with TikTok, it's a lot different. But I think Reels has a really good opportunity because if I can get people, with TikTok, all I have to do, or it's a lot harder because I have to get them to subscribe to the vlog or to follow the account or it's done. There's nothing I can do. But with Reels, as long as they follow, like me on Instagram, like if I can get that, I don't have to create more Instagram Reels to get them to read the blog. All I have to do is go to my stories, post the actual blog, post the link to it, and get them to read the blog from the stories. And that's been good because I can just make a story. I can get, if I have, 100 followers, 100 people with this, well, probably a little bit less than that. But, that many people see the story and then they click on the blog. So that is really where Instagram Reels, really makes sense is that if you can get a following on there, all you have to do, you don't have to market through them, market to them just through Reels. You can market to them on the stories themselves, whereas TikTok has stories, but I can't find a way to link it, and they don't do as well. If you have a lot of followers, a lot of them don't see the stories, where with Instagram, it's a little bit different. So that's where Instagram has really helped out a lot, because each of them I can link the actual blog post to, and they can see it, where I don't have to make a TikTok of the new one, hope all the followers see, and then try to get them to actually go to the blog. And Shorts has been another way I've been doing it. So same thing now with the TikTok. Not really, when it comes to Shorts, you have like a minute is kind of max, so I can't read the full blog post. But what I can do is make other content, like short form clips, link it up to Shorts, get a following that way, because it actually, not a large percentage, but people that watch Shorts will subscribe to the actual YouTube channel itself. And then I have community posts on there where I can just, take the vlog, write up a community post, share it to YouTube, like on the community section, and then get my following to see it that way, and then go to the blog, which is absolutely amazing. That's helpful. What I've noticed with Shorts, they usually don't do as well as the TikToks, and they're a lot more like Instagram, where some do really well, some don't. But with it, I feel like it's a better audience, where a lot of them do end up subscribing. A lot of them can go over, and some of them actually end up doing pretty well. But if I can get a lot of subscribers from Shorts and then share on the community feed, and then also make regular videos too, like after sharing on the community feed, and a few days later I will share the actual blog post itself on video, which usually gets some followers too. But that's been very helpful. So the community section on Shorts, using Instagram to kind of build a following so I can post stories with the blog on it. And then TikTok has been the easiest to get viewers on, but then the hardest to actually get them to transition to the blog. And I think that's pretty interesting. Shorts and Instagram are really helpful on getting following and getting them to the blog, where TikTok is not nearly as good, but it's a lot easier to get viewers on, and that I'm trying to work with more too, or to get them actually on the vlog itself. That's how I've been using the platforms. Please give me feedback if y'all know anything better that I could be doing, and thank you for listening.